You just finished your junior or what? What's her name? Easy, easy, easy. It's a family show here. It's a family show. Okay, Denise, are you ready? All right. Here we go. Nice little Angus steer here. What do you want to bid? Go $500 here. 500. I've got to be 500. I'm gonna bid 500 here. And 500. 500. I'm gonna bid 500. Say it. 500 right there. And a 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna go 5 and a quarter here to 5 and a half. 5 and a half to 575. 500 over here and 600. I'm gonna bid 600. You gotta be 600 over here. 600. Now here 6 and a quarter. 6 and a half. But I gotta be 6 and a half over here. 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter here. 6 and a half. Where? 6 and a quarter. You gotta be 6 and a half. 6. I got 635, 635, and a little bit of 640 over here. You gotta be 640 over here. 65, 640 over here, and a 640 and a 645. 650 over here, 650, 645, 650 over here, and a 655, 650, 650 and a 655, 55 over here. 50 over here and a 660, 665, 655, 685 and a 670 over here and a 670 over here. You gotta be over here, 665 and a 670, all in and all done. Sold it to you 665. That on 131. Now here's another one right here. 600. I'm gonna bid a 600 here. You gotta be 600. I'm gonna bid a 600. $600 right there. Now 6 and a quarter. $600 and a quarter. You're in a $600. Now 6 and a quarter. You gotta be 6 and a quarter. 6 at 10. You're in a 615. I'm gonna bid 615 to 620 over here in a 620 to 625. 625 here. 630 over here in a 630. I'm gonna bid 630 here in a 635. 635. 640 over here in a 640. 645 over here in a 645. 650 over here in a 650. In a 655 over here in a 655, 660 over here in a 660, 660 in a 665. You got to be 665 in a 670 or over here in a 665, 670 in a 675, 675, 680 over here in a 680. You know, little on in a 680 over here, 680 and 680, 685, 690 over here in a 685, 690, 685 here now 690. All done. 685. What do we got here? Big black steer. By the pound here, 110, 110, running in 10, 10, 10, 1, got to be 110 over here, 110, running in 110, 110, $1, one little low, one little low, one little low, one little low, one little, got to be $1 here. By the pound here, $1, one little low, 85 cents here, 85, 85, 85, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 90 over here, 92 and a half, 92 and a half, 92 and a half your way, 95, 95 over here, 97 and a half over here, 97 and a half, $1. Here, 102 and a half, 102 and a half, 102 and a half, 102 and a half, 105 your way, 105 right there, 107 and a half, 107 and a half, 110, 10, 10, 107 and a half, 112 and a half, 112 and a half, 115 over here, 115, 112 and a half, 115 and a half, 115, 112 and a half here, 115, I'm going to be 115, 117 and a half over here, 120 over here, 120, 20, you got to be 120, 120, 120, 117 and a half, 120, 117, 120, all in and all done. 117 and a half right there. What's that? Oh, 0, 0, 0. Yes, sir. Thank you. Little back heifer here. By the head here, 600, 600, running 600. You gotta be 600 over here, 600, running 600. $500 here, 500, running 500, 500, running 500 over here, 500. 450. 50, 450, 475, 450 over here, 475. Gotta be 475 here, 450 here, 475, 450 here, 475. Blake. 75, 500, 500, you're 5 and a quarter, you're 5 and a quarter, you're 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a half here, 575, you're 575 and 600 over here, 600 and 6 and a quarter over here, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and 6 and a half, 675 over here, 675, 675 your way, Blake, 675 over here, 675, 675 and 700 over here, 700, 675 here, 700 where, 675 and 700, 675, 700, all in and all done, 675 over there. $1 by the pound here, $1 low, got to be $1 low, $1 low, $1 here, $1 low, got to be $1 here, 85 cents, 85 right there now, 87 and a half, 85 and a hanging, 85, 87 and a half, where 85 here, 87 and a half, right there, now 90, 92 and a half, 92 and a half, 95 over here, 97 and a half, over here, 97 and a half, $1 here, 102 and a half, 105 here, 105, 55, 107 and a half here, 110, 110, 110, now 112 and a half, 112 and a half, 110 here, 112 and a half, 112 and a half, 115 over here, 115, 117 and a half, 117 and a half, Blake, you and a half, 120 over here, 120, 120, 122 and a half, right there, 125, 125 here, 125, 125, you gotta be 125, 122 and a half, you gotta be 125 your way, 125 over here, 125, 127, and 130 here, 130, 132 and a half, 135, a little 135 and a half here, 137 and a half, and 140 your way, 140 here, 142 and a half here, 145, 145 your way, 142 and a half, 145, 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 145 all in and all. 142 and a half your way up there. 612. 612, thank you. For here, 110, 110, 110, you gotta be 110 here, 110, 110. $1, got $1, now 102 and a half, $1, 102 and a half, 102 and a half, $1, 102 and a half. Half 105, 105, 107 and a half here, 107 and a half, 110 over here, 112 and a half, 115 over here, 117 and 20 here, 120, 122 and a half. Now 125, 125, 127, 130 over here, 132 and a half, 135 over here, 135, 137 and a half, now 140 here, 142 and a half, 145 over here, 147 and a half, now 152 and a half over here, 152 and a half, 152 and a half, 155, 152 and a half, 155, 152 and a half here, 152 and a half here, 155 over here, 152 and a half, 155, all done, 152 and a half, 155, sold it, 1 and a half, 612. You little heifer there. 125, 120, 125, gotta be 125 here, 125, I'm gonna bid 125, 110, 110, I'm gonna bid 110, 10, 10, 110, I'm gonna bid 110. How about $1? $1, $1, $1, $1, I'm gonna bid $1 right there, $1, 102 and a half, 105, 107 and a half here. 107 and a half. Blake, you want to be 107 and a half here? No, 107 and a half. 107 and a half your way. 110 over here. I'm going to bid 112 and a half, 115 over here, 17 and a half, 120. Now 122 and a half, 122 and a half, 125, 127 and a half here. Now 130 over here, now 132 and a half. Now 137 and a half here, now 135, 137 and a half. 5 your way. 137 and a half, 135, 137 and a half, all in and all that. 135, 612, 135, 6. Mission. Down here, $2 here, I'm gonna bid two, I'm gonna bid 2. 175, 175, I'm gonna bid 175 here, no 175 by the pound here, 175, I'm gonna bid 175. 150, I'm gonna bid 150 here, no 150, I'm gonna bid 150, 50, I'm gonna bid 150 here, no 150, thank you. Now 152 and a half, I'm gonna bid 152 and a half, 150 here, no 152 and a half, nice little heifer there. 150 here, I'm gonna bid 1 and a half, 152 and a half, anybody home here, 150. And a half, 155, 155, 157 and a half right there, 160 over here, and 132 and a half, 135 your way, 165, $1.65 here by the pound here, 165, 165 your way, Blake, you want to be 165 over here, and 135, 132 and a half, Blake, you want to be 135, 132 and a half right there, 135, 135, all done, 162 and a half over there, 131. Steer here by the pound here. What about here? What about here? 150. I'm gonna bid 150 here. No 150 in the middle. 150. Thank you. Now 152 and a half. 152 and a half. 155. 157 and a half. 60 over here, Blake. You want to be 160. 162 and a half here. No 165. 167 and a half. 170 here. No 172 and a half. 2 and a half up there. 175 down here. 172 and a half. 175. 172 and a half. 175. 177 and a half. 180. 180 up here. You got to be 180 over there. No 182 and a half your way. 182 and a half. Here, no 185, 185, 187 and a half up here, 187 and a half, no 190 over here, you got to be 190, no 190 and a half, 192 and a half here, nice steer, 192 and a half, 195 over here, no 195, 197 and a half, 197 and a half, no 2, we got 2, no 2 and a half here, no 202 and a half, 205 down here, 202 and a half, now 205, got you at 202 and a half, you got to be 205 over here, 202 and a half, I'm going to be 205, then 205, 202 and a half here, 205, all in and all done. You bought her right there. You bought him, I should say. 611, 202 and a half. Thank you. All right, got ourselves a little Hereford heifer there. By the pound, 125. I'm gonna bid 120. 125. I'm gonna bid 125. 125. 110. 110. I'm gonna bid 110. 10. 10. I'm gonna bid 110 here, and it gotta be 110 here, and $1. $1 where? One little bit. I got $1 here. 1 little bit on 2 and a half. I'm gonna bid 2 and a half. $1 here, 2 and a half. Where? $1 here now. 102 and a half. 102. I'm gonna bid 102 and a half. You gotta be $1 here now. 102 and a half. 102 and a half. Where? I'm gonna bid 102 and a half. 102 and a half. $1 here, 102 and a half, 102 and a half. Anybody in 102 and a half? All in on all. Got it for $1, 131. To me. Nice little black heifer. Yeah, it is. $1 who can give me $1? You got to be $1 here. Now $1, 2 and a half. 1 little 102 and a half here. Now 1 little 102 and a half. 102 and a half. I'm gonna put 102 and a half. $1 here. 102 here. I got 102 and a half. 105. 105. 105 here. Now 107 and a half. 110. 112 and a half. Now 115 over here. Now 115. Did you say it? 115. 115. 117 and a half. 120. 120 over here. 120 to 122 and a half. Over here. 122 and a half. 125. 127 and a half your way. 127 and a half. 27 and a half. 130 over here. I'm going to bid 130, 130, 130. Now 132 and a half here. Now 132 and a half. 130 here. 132 and a half. 130 here. 132 and a half. 132 and a half. 132 and a half. Got 132 and a half. Now 135, 135, 137 and a half here. Now 140 over here. Now 140. Got to be 142 and a half here. 140 right. 142 and a half. I'm going to bid 142 and a half. 142 and a half. All in and all done. 141, 140, 131. Simming. Let's see here. 911 on this one. Black steer right there. 170. I'm gonna bid 170 here and 170 here, 170, 170. I'm gonna bid 170 here, 70, 170, 170, 150. I'm gonna bid 150 right there and 152 and a half, 150 here and 1 and a half. Who's gonna get the good steer? 150, 152 and a half here and 152 and a half. I'm gonna bid 152 and a half right there. Now 155, 157 and a half, 160. 172 and a half, 175 over here, 137 and a half. Now 170 your way, 170 here, 170, 172 and a half over here, 172 and a half. 172 and a half your way, 172 and a half, 175 here, 175, 175, 177 and a half. 180 your way, 180. I'm gonna bid 180 here, 180, 182 and a half, 2 and a half, 185, 185 here, 182 and a half, 185, 187 and a half your way, 187 and a half. Now 190, 190 here. I'm gonna bid 190, 190. You want to do it? 190 now, 192 and a half here, 192 and a half. What your way, 190. I'm going to put 192 and a half, 192 and a half, all in and all done. It'll be 190 on 611, 190 on 611. Here we go. For here, 150. I'm going to bid 150 here, 150, 150. I'm going to bid 150 here. We got to be 150. $150 here. I'm going to bid 150 over here, 150, 150, 150, 150, 125. I'm going to bid 125 right there, and 127 and a half. You want to be and a half. Now 130 here, now 130 and 132 and a half, 135, 135 your way, 135, 137 and a half, now 140, 142 and a half, 140 and a half wire, 140 here, now 142 and a half. I'm going to 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 140 here, now 142 and a half. I don't want to miss anybody. 140 here, now 140, all in and all done. 142 and a half, now 145 over here, now 145, 147 and a half here, 147 and a half. 7 and a half, 150 here, 150, 152 and a half here, 152 and a half. Sold it to you, 150, 131. Little set. Those ones that just came in have red tags. These are the ones that came in earlier. Yeah. Right? We're getting into them 10 heifers that were on here. Heifers. 175. I'm gonna bid 175. Gotta be 175 here. No 175. 150. I'm gonna bid 150 here. No 150. 150. I'm gonna bid 150. 150 over here. No 150. 140. I'm gonna bid 140. Thank you. And a half. I'm gonna bid 142 and a half here. 140. 140 where? 140 here. No 142 and a half. 142 and a half. 1 here. No 142 and a half. 140 here. No 142 and a half. 145. 145 over there. 145. 147 and a half here. No 150 over here. No 150. 50. 50. You gotta be 150. No 152 and a half. 150. Here, no 155. I'm going to bid 155. Here, no 157 and a half over there. Travis, you want to be 157 and a half? 55. 157 and a half. Here, no 155. And 157 and a half. Here, no 155. 157 and a half. All in and all done. 155. 131. A little here there. $140. I'm gonna bid 140 here. No 140. No 140. 120. I'm gonna bid 120. 2020. I'm gonna bid 120. 120. Thank you. No 122 and a half. 122 and a half here, no 122 and a half. 120 here. I'm gonna bid 122 and a half. 120, 122 and a half. You gotta be 122 and a half right there. Now 125, 125, 127 and a half, 130, 130, 132 and a half, 135 here, no half. 140 your way, 140. I'm gonna bid 40 here, no 140. 142 and a half here, no 142 and a half. 140 here, 142 and a half. You gotta be 140 and a half. 140 and a half, 142 and a half. Thank you. Now 145, 145. I'm gonna bid 145. 145 and 147 and a half. 147 and a half. 150 over here, 150, 152 and a half. 152 and a half. 152 and a half. You gotta be 152 and a half. No 155 over here, no 150. 152 and a half. No 155. 152 and a half here, no 155. 152 and a half. 155. All in and all done. 152 and a half. 18. Thank you. Two more black heifers. 140. I'm gonna bid 140 here. No 140. 140. I'm gonna over here. Gotta be 140 here. 135. 135. I'm gonna 5 here. No 135. 55. 135. I'm gonna bid 130. 130 here. 130. I'm gonna bid 130 over here. No 130. 130. 130. I'm 125. I'm gonna bid 125. How about 125 here? 125. I'm gonna bid 125. 110. 110. 110 right there. 112 and a half. I'm gonna bid 110 here. No 112 and a half. You gotta be 110, 112 and a half, where 110 here, 112 and a half, you're going to be 112 and a half, 115 over here, 117 and a half, 120, 120 your way, and a half, 125 over here, 125, did you say it? 125, 127 and a half, 7 and a half, 130 over here, 130, I'm going to bid 130, 130 and a 132 and a half, 130 here, 132 and a half, 135, 135 and a half, 137 and a half, 135, 137 and a half, 137 and a half, 135, 1 half, 135 your way, 137 and a half, all in and all done. 35 on 131. Okay, two more little dandies there. A little later. Who bid 150 here? 150. I'm gonna bid 150 here. No 150. I'm gonna here. Got to be 150 by the pound here. 150. 125. 125 here. No 125. I'm gonna bid 125 here. 120, I'm going to bid 20, 20, 20. I'm going to bid 120 here, no 120. How about 115? Let's get her going. 115. I'm going to bid 115, 110 over here, no 110 right there. 112 and a half. I'm going to bid 112 and a half. You want 115 or 110, 112 and a half here, no 110, 112 there. 110 right there, 112 and a half, 115, 117 and a half, 120 here, no 122 and a half, 125, 125 and a half, 125, 127 and a half, 130 over here, no 130 and a little bit of 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 135, 137 and a half, 140 over here, no 140, 140, 140. 7 and a half, 140, 142 and a half, 142 and a half. Got 140, now 142 and a half right there. 140, but 145, 147 and a half, 147 and a half your way and a half. 150 over here. I got him. 150 and 152 and a half here. No 150, 150 here. 152 and a half. I got 152 and a half your way. 152 and a half. 152 and a half. 150, 152 and a half. All in and all done. 50 Empire 131. $140. I'm gonna bid 140 here. Two steers, two black steers. 140. 40 here, no 140. I'm gonna bid 140, 40, 40, 40, 40, 140. Did you? 40. Thank you. 142 and a half here, no 142 and a half. I'm gonna bid 140. 140, 142 and a half, 142 and a half here, 142 and a half right there. Now 145, 145, 147 and a half over here, 147 and a half, 150, 152 and a half here, 152 and a half, 155, 155 here, no 1 half here, no 157 and a half, 160 up there, no 132 and a half, 162 and a half. I'm gonna bid 132 and a half. Gotta be 1 and a half now. 165, 167 and a half, 135, 137 and a half here, no 135, 137, 165, 137 and a half here, all in and all. 165, 131, 165, 131. Okay, two open heifers right here. Two. $110 here, 110, and I'm gonna bid 110, 10, 10. I'm gonna bid 110 over here, 10, 110, 110, 10, 10. I'm gonna bid 110. $1, $1, $1. I'm gonna bid $1 here, no $1. I got 102 and a half. I'm gonna bid 102 and a half. $1 and a half. 102 and a half. 105 over here, no 105. 105 and a half here, no 110 over here. I'm gonna bid 110, 10, 10. 110, 112 and a half. 112 and a half here, no 115 over here, no 115. 12 and a half. 115 where? I got 115, 117 and a half over here, 117 and a half. 17 and a half, 115, 117 and a half, 117 and a half. Now 120 your way. I'm gonna put 120 here, 122 and a half, 125 here. Now did you say 125? 125 and 127, 127 and a half, 125, 127 127 and a half, 125, 127 and a half, 125 here, 127 and a half, where? 125, 127 and a half here, and all 125, buyer 131. $1, I'm gonna bid $1 here, no $1, $1, $1, I'm gonna bid you gotta be $1, one a little bit low, one a little bit low, one a little bit low, I'm gonna bid $1 here, no $1, I'm gonna bid $1, $1, I'm gonna bid $1 here, no $1, 85 cents, 85 right, 87 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, I got 85 right there, 87 and a half now, 90, 90 over here, 90. Who's over here? 92 and a half, 92 and a half. Thank you. 92 and a half, 95. 95 here, 97 and a half here. $1, $1, $1. 102 and a half, 105, 55, 102 and a half, 105. 105 here, 107 and a half, 107 and a half, 105, 107 and a half here. 107 and a half here now, 107 and a half. 105, 107 and a half, 107 and a half, 110, 10, 10, 110, 112 and a half. 112 and a half your way. I'm gonna be 112 and a half. You gotta be 112 and a half. 110, 112 and a half. 110 here, 112 and a half. Where? 110, 112 and a half. 110 here, 112 and a half. All you want to be 112 and a half. Yes, sir. And 115. 15 here, 117 and a half here, 120, 120, 120, 120, 122 and a half. Minute, want to be 122 and a half, 122 and a half, 120 here, 122 and a half. I'm 2 and a half, all in and all done. 120 by 1 or 131. Forehead, red Devons here, red Devons. Heifers, 4 heifers. These are not the red Angus, these are the Devons. Yeah, good looking little calves there. 145, 45 here, no 145. I'm gonna bet 145, 55. I'm gonna bet 145. 120 here, 120. 20, 20, 120 here, no 120, 120. $1. Blake, I know you like these red Devons. $1. I'm gonna bet $1, $1 here, no $1. Got $1 here, no 102 and a half, 102 and a half. $1 here. I'm gonna bet 102 and a half. Got to be 102 and a half. 102 and a half, 102 and a half here, no 102 and a half, right? Now 105, 105, 107 and a half here, 107 and a half, I got 105, 107 and a half, 110. 110 here, 112 and a half, you gotta be 112 and a half your way. 112, 15 over here, 117 and a half your way, 117 and a half. Now 120 your way, 122 and back to you already, 122 and a half, 120 here, 122 and a half. Now 125, I'm gonna be 125, 127 and a half here, 127 and a half, 125, 1 and a half. 130 here, 130, I'm gonna be 132 and a half here, 132 and a half, 130. And a half. Now 135, 135, 137 and a half here, 137, 137 and a half, 140, 140 here, 2 and a half, 142 and a half, 140 got to be 142 and a half here, 142 and a half, 5 over here, no 145, 147 and a half, 147, you got to be 147 and a half here, 147 and a half, 145, 150, 150 here, 152 and a half, 152 and a half here, no 152 and a half, 155 here, 155, 157 and a half over here, no 157 and a half, 155, 157 and a half, 155, 150, all in and all done. 150, 131. Here's the. Who give me 125? I'm gonna bet over here. No 125, 125. I'm gonna bet 125, 125, 55, 125, 125, 125. I'm gonna bet 125 here. 110, 110 here. 112, 10 here now. 112 and a half, 12 and a half here now. 110, 112 and a half. Now I got 112 and a half. Where? 110 here. No 112 and a half, 112 and a half, 115. 17 and a half, 120. Now 122 and a half, 125 over here, now 125, 127 and a half, 130 here, now 130, 130, you gotta be 130. Now 132 and a half, 135 here, now 140 here, now 140, now 142 and a half, 145 here, 145, 147 and a half, 147 and a half, 150 over here, now 150, 152 and 152 and a half, 150 here, 152 and a half. Thank you all together, 152 and a half, 155, 157 and a half, 157 and a half, 157 here, now 130, 130, 132 and a half. 2 and a half, 135, 55, 135, 137 and a half your way, 170. Now 170 here, 170 here, now 172 and a half, 172 and a half, 170 here, 172 and a half. Now 175, 177 and a half here, and 177. That's the steers here, 177 and a half. 77 and a half on 180 over here. You got to be 180, 182 and a half here, no 182 and a half. 185, I'm going to put 185 on 187 and a half over here, no 187 and a half. 187 your way, 187 and a half. 185, 187 and a half. Last chance, 185, 187 and a half. Here, 187 and a half. All in and all done. 185, buyer 131. You're saying there, yeah, nice steer there. 150, I'm gonna bid 150 here, bid 150 here, 150, I'm gonna bid 150 here. You gotta be 150, 150, 150 over here, 125. 125, 127 and a half, 125, 127 and a half here, 125, 127 and a half. Group here, 125, 127 and a half, 130, 130 here. 32 and a half, 135, 137 and a half, 140 over here, 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 145, 147 and a half, 145 here, 147 and a half, 145, 147 and a half, 45 here, 147 and a half, 145, 147 and a half, 145, 147 and a half, all in and all. 145, 131. Same cattle. 150. I'm at a bit 150 here. You got to be 150 here. 150. I'm at a bit 150 in the middle. 150, 150, 150, 125. I'm at a bit 125. Now 127 and a half. 127 and a half. 125. 120 here. 125. 127 and a half. 127 and a half. 130 over here. I'm at a bit 130. Now 132 and a half. 135. Now 137 and a half. 140. 142 and a half. Now 145. 145. 147 and a half. 47 and a half. 150. 152 and a half. 152 and a half here. 150. Now 152 and a half. 152 and a half. Here, 152 and a half. I'm up at 152 and a half. 150 here and 152 and a half. All and I have 152 and a half. Thank you. 155, 157 and a half. You got to be 150 here and 157 and a half. 160, 160 over here. 132 and a half. 132 and a half. I'm up at 132 and a half. 132 and a half. 131 and a half. All in all done. 160 buyer 131. Here's a lighter one. 150. I'm gonna here in 150. I'm at 150 right there, and 152 and a half, 152 and a half, 152 and a half, 152 and a half. I'm at 152 and a half. 150 here, and 152 and a half, 152 and a half, and 152 and a half, 157 and a half, 157 and a half, 160 over here, 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 135 over here, 135. 67 and a half, 137 and a half, 170 over here, 172 and a half, 175 over here, 175, 177 and a half, 180 over here, 180, 182 and a half, 185 over here, 187 and a half, and 190 over here, 190, 192 and a half. Now 195, 195 over here, 197 and a half here, 197 and a half. Now $2 over here, two and a half. You got to be two and a half. 202 and a half your way. Don't weigh much. 202 and a half. You have now 205 over here, now 205. Now 2 and a half here, to 27 and a half, to 210 over here, now 210 and a half here, now 212 and a half. 212 and a half, 210, 212 and a half, 210. 12 and a half, 210 here, now 212 and a half, 210 here, 212 and a half, all in and all done. 210, 131, sold it to you, 210 by 130. That's to cool you down. It leaks. That ain't the only leak we got in the barn, Junior. All right, here we go. Good black heifer here. What do you want about it here? It comes from one of our own here. It's a 175. I'm at about 175 here. No one. I'm at 175 here. No 175. I'm at about 175. 150. I'm at about 150 here. No 150. I'm at about 150 here. No 150. Where 150? I'm at about 150 over here. No 150. 125. I'm at about 150. No 127 and a half. 130 here. No 132 and a half. 135. 135. 137 and a half. 140 your way. I'm at about 140 here, 142 and a half, 145 over here, 147 and a half, 140, 150 over here. I'm at 150, 152 and a half, 155, and 157 and a half, 157 and a half. 60 over here, 132 and a half, 135 over here, 135, 167 and a half here, 170 here, 170, 170, 172 and a half, 172 and a half, 175 over here, 177 and a half, 77 and a half. Now 180 over here, you got to be 180, 180, 185 over here, 185, 182 and a half your way, 182 and a half, 185, 185, 187 and a half, 190 over here, you got to be 190, Blake, 190 and a half here, 192 and a half, 192 and a half, 195, 195, 195, 197 and a half, 197 and a half. Now $2, you got to be 197 and a half here, now 197 and a half, $2, 197 and a half here, 2, 197 and a half, to you, 197 and a half, 600. Thanks, James. Right off, straight off the old Canals Ranch down there. Here we go. Some broad there. Here we go. I'm at about 125. I'm at about 125 right there. 127 and a half. 125. 127 and a half here. 127 and a half. I'm at about 127 and a half. 125. 127 and a half. Where? 125 and a half here. No 127 and a half. Now 130 here. I'm at about 132 and a half here, 132 and a half, 135, 137 and a half here, 140 and 140, Now 142 and a half. I'm going to put 142 and a half, 137 or 140 and 140 and a half. Got to be 142 and a half up there. 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 145. 147 and a half here, 145, 147 and a half, 145 here, 147 and a half, 145, 147 and a half here, 145, 147 and a half. Thank you. 147 and a half, 150, 152 and a half. Got to be 152 and a half. I got 150 over there with Bob. Got to be 1 and a half. Gary, who else you got? 152 and a half here, 152 and a half right there. And 155, 155, 157 and a half here, 157 and a half. Over here, 130, and 132 and a half, 132 and a half here, 132 and a half, 135 here, 137 and a half, 165, 137 and a half, 135, 135, 135, 137 and a half, all 165, buyer 131. Here's Red Angus heifers right here. These are the ones. Sergeant cattle. $160. I'm gonna bid $160 here and $160. I'm gonna bid $160 here, $160 by the pound here, $160. I'm gonna bid $150, $50, $150. I'm gonna bid $150 here and $150. $150 right there and $152 and a half. I'm gonna bid $150. 150 here and 152 and a half, 152 and a half, 155, 155 over here and 155, 157 and a half here and 160 over here and 160, and 162 and a half, 135, 132 and a half, 135, 1 and a half, 135, 135, 137 and a half here and 167 and a half, 170, 170 here, 172 and a half. I'm gonna be 72 and a half. Got to be 172 and a half your way. 172 and a half, 175. I'm going to be 175 here and 175. 177 and a half here and 177 and a half here and 177 and a half. 175, 177 and a half. 180 your way. 180 over here and 177 and a half. 180, 182 and a half here and 182 and a half. 180 here, 182 and a half. 185 over here and 185, 55, 185. 185 here, 187 and a half. Got to be 187 and a half. 185, 187 and a half. Got 185 here, 187 and a half. 185, 185 and a half here. Don't want to miss anybody. 185, 187 and a half. 187 and a half. And all done. 185, buyer 131. Here's another one. 140. I'm going to bid 140, 140, 140. I'm going to bid 140 here and 140. I'm going to bid 140, 40, 140. 125, 125, 127 and a half. I got 127, 125, 127 and a half. 125 here, 127 and a half. 7 and a half right there, 130 over here, and 130, 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 135, 135 here, and 137 and a half here, and 137 and a half, 140, 140 here, 142 and a half, 145, 145, 55, 145, 147 and a half here, 145, 147 and a half, 150, 152 and a half. I'm gonna bet 1 half here, 152 and a half, 150, 152 and a half, 150 here, 152 and a half, 150 here, 152 and a half, 2 and a half, 50, 50, got to be 152 and a half all in. 150, buyer 131. But 175 here, 175. I'm gonna bet 175. 175 right there. Now 177 and a half, 175, 177 and a half here, 177 and a half. 180 here, 180, 180, 182 and a half, 185 over here, 185, 55, 185, 187 and a half, and 190 over here. I'm gonna bet 190. Got to be 190, 192 and a half your way, 195. 197 and a half here, 197 and a half, to $2 here, to 2 and a half, 2 and a half. Over here, 207 and a half, got to be 207 and a half, 210, 210 here, and 212 and a half, got to be 212 and a half, 210, 212 and a half, 210 here, 212 and a half, over here, 215, 215, 212 and a half, 215, 212 and a half, right there, 212 and a half, 215, all in and all done. Sold it to you, 212 and a half on 130. There's a found hiding in there. 150. I'm gonna bid 150 here and 150. I'm gonna bid 150 and 152 and a half. 150 here and 152 and a half right there. 155. 155. Your way. 155. 157. 160 over here and 130. 160. 162 and a half. 135 over here and 135. 137 and a half here and 137 and a half. Now 170 your way. 172 and a half here and 175 over here and 175. 175 and a half. 175. 177 and a half here and 175. 177 and a half. 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 Way 180, 182 and a half, here to 182 and a half, 185 over here to 185, 187 and a half. Now 190 here, 190, I'm gonna bid 190, 190, 192 and a half, here to 192 and a half. 190 here, 192 and a half, 192 and a half. You gotta be 192 and a half, 190 here, 192 and a half. Now 195, 197 and a half, here to 195 and a half, 195, 197 and a half, all in and all done. 195, buyer 131. $125, 125 here to 125, 55, 125, I'm at about 125, 110, 110, I'm at about 110, 10, 10, 110, $1, I'm at about $1, $1, I'm at about $1. Thank you. Now 102 and a half, $1, 102 and a half, 105 here to 105, 55, half your way. 107 and a half, 105, 107 and a half, 110 over here to 112 and a half, I'm at about 112 and a half, 115, 115 here, 117 and a half, 120, 20, 20, 120, 122 and a half, 122 and a half your way, 122 and a half, 125, 127 and a half, you're now 127 and a half, 27 and a half, yes sir, now 130 over here, now 132 and a half, 130, 135, 135, 137 and a half, over here, now 140, 40, 40, 140 over here, now 142 and a half, 140 here, 142 and a half, where, 140 here, now 142 and a half, I'm at 142 and a half, here, 142 and a half, all in and all done, 140 your way, 618, 618. Oh, a couple cutter bulls there, huh? $120, I'm at 120, 20, 20, I'm at 120 here, and I'm 20, I'm at 120, 20, $1, $1 right there. Half, 102 and a half, I'm at 102 and a half, $1 here, 102 and a half, 102 and a half. Here, 102 and a half, 102 and a half, $1, 102 and a half, $1, 102 and a half, 105, 105 here, 105, 107 and a half here, 107 and a half, 110 over here, 110 here, I'm at 110, 10, 10, 112 here, 112 and a half. Now 115 over here, 115, I'm at 117 and a half here, 117 and a half. Now 120 here, 120, 120, 120 here, 122 and a half, 122 and a half your way, 125, 125, I'm at 125, 127 and a half, 127 and a half here, 130, I'm at 130, 30, 30, now 132. Here, 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 135 your way, 137 and a half here, 137 and a half, 137 and a half, 140 over here, 2 and a half, you want to be 142 and a half, 145, 145 here, I'm going to be 145 and a half here, 147 and a half, 150 your way, 152 and a half here, 152 and a half, 150 right there, 152 and a half, 155 over here, 157 and a half here, 160, 162 and a half, 135 over here, 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 160 here, 132 and a half, 132, then I got to be 132 and a half, 132 and a half, all done, 160, buyer 131. Hereford Angus Cross. Little dandy right there. 175. I'm at 175 here to 175. I'm at 175, 175, 150 there. 150 here to 152 and a half. Got to be 152 and a half. 150, 152 and a half. I'm at 152 and a half here to 150, 152 and a half. Did you say 152? 155, 155, 157 and a half here, and 130 over here. I'm at 130, city, now 132 and a half your way, 135, 135 here, 137 and a half, 170, 172 and a half here, 175, 175, 177 and a half, 180 over here. 180, 180, 182 and a half up there, 185, 185 here, 187 and a half here, 187 and a half, 190 here, 190, 192 and a half, 195, 195 your way. 197 and a half here, 197 and a half, now $2 here, now 222. I got two, and a 2 and a half here, 2. Maybe 205, 205. Now 207 and a half, 207 and a half, 210 over here, now 210, 210, 207 and a half here, 210 where, 207 and a half, 210, 207 and a half here, 210, 10, 10, all in and all done. 207 and a half, Blake's way up there. There's two nice steers. It's that Swindell cattle. $175. I'm at 175 here, no 175. I'm at 175 here. 170. I'm at 170 here. 170 no 172 and a half here. No 172 and a half. 172 and a half right there. 175. 170 177 and a half here, and 180 over here, and 180, 182 and a half here, and 185, 185, 180. 190, 190 here, 192 and a half, 195, 195, 55, 197 and a half. Now $2 here, and 202 and a half, 205 over here, and 205, 205, 205, 205, 207 and a half, 7 and a half, 210 over here, and 210, 212 and a half here, and 212 and a half, 215 your way, 212, 15, 217 and a half here, now 220, 220 here, and 2 half here, and 222 and a half, 220 here, and 222 and a half, 222 and a half, half, 222 and a half, 222 and a half, all in and all done, 220, 31. Getting 5 heifers here. Dellinger cattle here. Came in last minute. Nice little black ones there. $180. I'm gonna bid 180 here. 180. I'm gonna bid 180. 80. 80. 180. 180 here. No 180. 180. I'm gonna bid 180. 180. 175. I'm gonna bid 175 here. No 170. Little bit of black heifers there. 170. I'm gonna bid 170. 170 here. No 170. I'm gonna bid 170 here. No 170. 170 where? I'm gonna bid 170. 160. I'm gonna bid 160. 162 and a half. 160 here. I'm gonna bid 162 and a half. 162 and a half. 162 and a half. 160 here. 162 and a half. 160 here. 162 and a half. 162 and a half. 160. 160. I'm gonna bid 162 and a half. 162 and a half. 155. Now 167 and a half. 7 and a half to 170 here, and 170, 70, and 172 and a half. 172 and a half here. 172 and a half. 175 over here, and 175. 7 and a half. 167 and a half here, and 180 over here. Got to be 180, 80, 80 and a half here, and 182 and a half. Now 185, 185. I'm at 187 and a half here, no 187 and a half. 185, 187 and a half. 185, 187 and a half. 185, 187 and a half. All in and all done. 185 by 131. Same man's open heifers. 150. I'm gonna bid 150 here. 150. I'm gonna bid 150. 150 here. No 150. 110. I'm gonna bid 110. 10. 10. 110. I'm gonna bid 110. Gotta be 110 here. At 110. 112 and a half. 110 here. 112 and a half. 112 and a half here. 110. 112 and a half. Where? 110. 112 and a half. 110 here. And a half. Gotta be 112 and a half. 110. 10. 10. 112 and a half here. 110. 112 and a half. Angus heifers here. 112 and a half, 115 over here, 115, 117 and a half, 120, 120 your way, 120, 122 and a half here, and a half, 120 here. I'm gonna bet 122 and a half here, and 120 and 122 and a half, 120 and 122 and a half, 120 here, 122 and a half, all in and all done. Be 131. Great looking little black. 180. I'm gonna bid 180 here, 180 right there, and 182 and a half. I'm gonna bid 182 and a half, 180 away, 185, 185 here, 187 and a half, and 190 over here, and 192 and a half here, and 192 and a half, 195, 197 and a half, 197 and a half, $2 here, and $202 and a half. Now 205 here, 207 and a half. Here, 205, 207 and a half. Now 210 here, 210. I'm gonna bid 210 to 212 and a half your way, 212 and a half, 215, 17 and a half, 217 and a half here, and 217. 220, 220 and a 222 and a half here, and a 222 and a half over here, and a 222 and a half, 225, 25 here, 227 and a half, 227 and a half, 227. Now 230, got to be 230 and a 232 and a half here, 230, 232 and a half, 230 here, and a 232 and a half, 232 and a 232 and a half, all in and all done. 230 Blake's Way. $150. I'm gonna bid 150 here. What is it? I have $150. I'm gonna bid 150, 50, 50. I'm gonna bid 150 here. 125. I'm gonna bid 125. 125. 120 here. I'm gonna bid 120 right there. And 122 and a half. 122 and a half. 125. 127 and a half here. Now 130. 130 here. 132 and a half here. Now 132 and a half. 135. 130. 137 and a half. 140. 142 and a half. 142 and a half. 142 and a half. 145. 145 here. Now 147 and a half. 147 and a half. 150, 152 and a half here, 155, 155, 152, 155, 152 and a half, 155. Got 152 and a half. To be 155, 152 and a half, 155, 152 and a half, 155, all in and all done. 152 and a half. One. Nice black steer here. I'm gonna bid 180 here to 180. I'm gonna bid 180, 180. I'm gonna bid 180 here, 180, 175, 170. 175. I'm gonna bid 175 here. 160. I'm gonna bid 160 right here. Now 162 and a half. 132 and a half. 132 and a half here. 132 and a half. 132 and a half. 132 and a half. 130 here. 132 and a half. 160. 162 and a half. Got to be 132 and a half here. 132 and a half. 162 and a half. Did you say it? 162 and a half right there. 135. 137 and a half. 137 and a half here. 170 here. 172 and a half. 172 half your way. 172 and a half. 175 here. 177 and a half. 177 and a half. 175. 175. 177 and a half. All in and all done. 175 buyer 131. By the head here, 500. Might have been 500. Got to be 500 by the head here, right there. 5 and a quarter, 500 here, and a 5 and a quarter. Got to be 5 and a quarter, 500 and a quarter. $500 by the head, and a 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 600 now, 606 and a quarter your way, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, James, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 675, 675 here, 675 and a 700 your way, 700, 700, 700, James, 675 right there, 700, 700, 675, 700. Head 675, 700, 700, 675, 700. Got 700, 7 and a quarter here, 7 and a quarter. You got to be 7 and a quarter your way, and a 7 and a half. Half here, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 7 and a quarter here, 7 and a half, 7 and a quarter and a half. All in and all done. 7 and a quarter your way. Buyer 6, is it? 18, 618. For by the head here, 500. I'm gonna bid a 5. I'm gonna bid a here and a 500. I'm gonna bid a 500. By the head here, 400. I'm gonna bid 400. I'm gonna bid 400. 300. I'm gonna bid 3 right there, and a 3 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. 3 and a half here, 3 and a half, 375. I'm gonna bid 375. And a 400 and a 4 and a quarter. 4 and a quarter your way, 400 and a quarter, 400 and a quarter, 4 and a half here and a 4 and a half. 4 and a quarter here. I got you at 4 and a quarter, right? 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and a quarter here and a 4 and a half. 4 and a quarter here, 4 and a half, 4 and a quarter here, 4 and a half, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and a quarter here, 4 and a half. Now 475, 500 over here. I'm gonna bid 555, 475, 500. 500 your way, 575, 500, 575 here, 500 where? 575 right there, 500 all in and all done. 475 right there, 618. Heifer calf there. Look at that little blonde calf. Little Charlotte cross, yeah. I'm gonna bid 500 by the head here, and I'm gonna bid 500 right there. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter. You gotta be 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter. You gotta be 5 and a quarter here, and a 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 here, and a 5 and a quarter. Who give me a quarter here? I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter here, and a quarter. I got 500. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter here, and a 5 and a quarter. $500 right. 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter. Got 5 right here and a quarter. All in and all done. Sold it to you 500 there, 616, $500 even. 16. Nice little steer there. By the head here, 600 here and a 600. I'm gonna bid a 600 black steer, right color. I'm 600 here and a 600 where? I'm gonna bid 600 here and a 600. How about 550? I'm gonna bid 550. I'm gonna bid 550. 500. 5. What's that? I got 5 right there and a 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter here and a 5 and a quarter where? 500 here and a 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter here and 500 and 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter. Thank you. Now 5 and a half. I'm gonna bid 5 and a half right there. 575. 600 down here. I'm gonna bid 600 here and a 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 6 and a half down here. 6 and a half and a quarter right there. And I'm gonna bid 6 and a half here. 6 and a quarter. 6 and a half. 6 and a quarter up there and a 6 and a half. I'm gonna bid half here. All in and all done. Got 6 and a quarter way up top there. 617. Thank you. Charlotte cross there. by the head, and I'm gonna bid 600. I'm gonna bid 600 here. 600. I'm gonna bid 600 here. 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter here. 500 even. I'm gonna bid 500. I got 5 and a 5 and a quarter. 500 here. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter here. And a 500. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter down there. Now 5 and a half. I'm gonna bid 5 and a half. 575 down here. And a 575. 5 and a half. 575. I'm gonna bid 575 and a 600 over here and a 600. I'm gonna bid 600 down 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter up top. 6 and a half. I'm gonna bid 6 and a half here and a 6. Now 675 over here and a 675 up top. 6 and a half. You're 25 where 6 and a half here and a 675. I'm gonna bid 675. You gotta be 6 here. 6 and a half. 675. All in and all done. 6 and a half right there. Your way. What's that number again? 616. Thank you. Here, a Holstein. I know. I don't see anything wrong with that. No, it came in like that. Here we go. What do you want to bid here? Let's say this thing by the head here. What do you want to bid here? Now 500. I'm gonna bid 555. I'm gonna bid 500 here and a 500 where 200. I'm gonna bid 200. I'm gonna bid here and a 200 where 200 where I'm gonna bid 200. I got 100 right there and a 1 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 1 and a quarter here and a 1 and a quarter. 100 here. I'm 1 and a quarter here and a 1 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 100 and 1 and a quarter. Where's Bud at? Want to be 1 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 1 and a quarter here to 100 and 1 and a quarter. Only chance for a Holstein today. 100. I'm gonna bid 1 and a quarter here to 100 1 and a quarter. 100 here and 1 and a quarter. All in and all done. Gonna be 100 on. There's a cool little steer there, yeah. 500. I'm gonna bid 500. I'm gonna bid 500 here and a 500 by the head here. I'm gonna bid 500 here and a 500. How about 4? I'm gonna bid 400 right there. Now 4, I'm gonna bid 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 475. I'm gonna bid 475 and a 5. Now 5 and a half here and a 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 575 here and a 575. Now way 600. If I could 575 and a 600. Got 600 and a 6 and a quarter. You're way down here, Glenn. You want to be 6 and a quarter. 6 and a half up top, 6 and a half here, 6 and a half and a 675 down here, 675, 675. I got 6 and a half. I would have been 675, 6 and a half here and a 675, 6 and a half here, 675. All in and all done. 6 and a half, 675. All in, all done. 6 and a half up top. Buyer number 617. There's a good little pair. Yeah, get serious. We'll pair them up for you. 2 nice there. By the head here, 6 and a quarter. I'm going to bid 6 and a quarter here and a 6 and a quarter. 600 6 and even 600. 600, 600. Got to be 600 here. Where? I'm going to bid 600 here and a 600, 600. Got 5 and a quarter. I'm going to bid 5 and a quarter here and a 500 and 5 and a quarter here and a 500, 5 and a. So 2 peas in a pot here, 500 and 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid 5 and a quarter, 500 here and a 5 and a here. Now 5 and a half here and a 5 and a half, 575 over here and a 575 and a 600, 600 down here, 6 and a quarter. Your way is and a quarter, 600 and a 6 and a quarter, 600 and a quarter. You gotta be 6 and a quarter, 600 down here and a 6 and a quarter, and a 6 and a quarter. I got him at 6 and a 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter. Thank you. 6 and a half down here. You gotta be 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter here, and 6 and a quarter. You want to be 6 and a half? 6 and a quarter right there, 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter here, 6 and a half, all in and all. 6 and a quarter, 618, 6 and a quarter, 618. Look at here, we got a Jersey Springer. Yeah. Jersey Springer. So you want to calve her out and have yourself a milk cow. There's your chance. I'm sure we got a few homesteaders in here. Sell it by the head here. I'm going to bid. What do you want to bid here? Let's do 800. I'm going to bid 800 here. I'm going to bid 800. I'm going to bid 800 by the head here. 800. 600. I'm gonna bid 600 here and 600. I'm gonna bid 600 here. You gotta be 600 here. 600 by the head. $600. $600 here and $600. I'm gonna bid here and 600. $600 down. 500. I'm gonna bid 555. 500. I'm gonna bid 500 here and 500. I'm gonna bid 500. Be 500 here to buy the head milk cow. 500 Jersey Springer, $500 here, that's a deal. 500 where? I'm gonna bid 500 here. Now I'm gonna bid 5. 400. I'm gonna bid 400. I got 4.25 here. 400 and 4.25. I'm gonna bid 4.25. Now 4.5 here, John. You wanna be 4.5? 4.5. I'm gonna bid 4.5. 470. 475. Yes, sir. 475. Are you saying it? 475. 4.25. Now 4.5. You gotta be 4.5. 475. Gotta be 5. 4.5. 475. 4.5 here. 475. 4.5. 475. 475, thank you. Now 5, I'm gonna bid 500 quarter here, and 5.25. 5.25 here, now 5.5. Got to be 5.5. 5.25. 5.5 your way. 5.5. 575. 5.5. 5.5. 575. 5.5 here now. 575. All in and all done. 5.5. 203. Open. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Maybe this isn't the one. Doesn't say anything about being bred on my charts. No markings on it. All right, here we go. What do you want to bid here? 80 cents. 80 cents here. 80. I'm going to bid on 80. 80. I'm going to bid 80 here. 80. 50 cents here. I'm going to bid 50. 50. 50. 50. Got to be 50. Now 51. I'm going to bid 51. 1. 50 here and 51. Now 52. I'm going to bid 52. 2. 53 here and 54. Now 55. 55. 56 here and 57. 58. Now 58, 59 over here, now 60. Now 31 here, 31, 32 over here, 33, 33, 33, now 34. Now here, 36 over here, now 36, 37 over here, now 37, 38, 38, now 39. 39, 38, and 39, 38 cents, 39, where's 38, 39? 39, 38, 39, all in and all done. 68 cents on one. $60, I'm going to bid 60 cents here, 60, a little bit early. You got to be city here, now city, I'm going to bid city here, 60 cents. Who would give me 60 cents? Cow, I'm going to bid 60 cents here, 60. Beef cow here, 50. 50, 50, 50, you got to be 50 cents here and a 50. 50 cents where? 45. 45 here and 45 cents here, 45. Now 46, 45, 46 here, 47, I'm at 47, 48, now 49. 50 over here, now 50, 50, 50. Now 51, 51 over here, now 51. You want to be 52 up top? Now 53 here, 54, 54, 55 up top. Now James, 56 here, 57 over here, 57, 58 over here, 58, now 59, 59, now 60. Now 61, City 2 over here, now City 2, City 3 up top, City 3. City 4, James, you want to be City 4, City 3, now City 4. Now City 5 here, City 5, City 6 over here, City 6 cents, now City 7. City 7 here, City 8 over here, City 8, City 8, City 9 cents, City 9 here, now 70. Here, way 71, 72 over here, now 72, 22, 72, 72, now 73. Now 74 here, 74, 75 up there, now 75, 5, 5 over here, now 76. Now 77 here, 76, now 77 up top, 77, 78, and 79, 79 over here, 79, 80. 80 your way, 81. Over here, 81, 11, 81, 82, 82 over here, 81, 82, 81, 82, 22, 82, 82, 82, 81, 82, 81, 82, 22, 81, 82, and all done. 81 up, 617, buyer 617. 4 months bred. $0.80 here, 89. I'm saying here 50, I'm going to bid 50, 50, 50, I'm going to bid 50 here and a 50, got to be 50 cents here, 50. Now 51, I'm going to bid 51, 1, 50, now 51, 50, 1, 50, now 51 where? 50 here, I'm going to bid 51, 50, now 51, 50 here, now 51, 1, 51, 52. 50, now 54 over here, now 54, 55, 56 here, 56 over here, 56. Who do you got over here now? We want to be 57, 50. Right there, now 58, 58 over here, now 59, 59, 59, now 60. Now City 1 over here, now City 2, 2, 2, City 2, City 3 over here, now City 4, 4, 4, City 5, City 5. Here, City 5, City 6, City 5, City 6, City 5, City 6 over here, City 5, City 6, City 5, City 6, City 5 right there, now City 6, now City 7. City 7 here, City 8, City 8, 9, City 9 over here, now 70 over here, now 70, 70, 69, now 70 where? 79, 70, 79, 70, 70, all in and all done. 9 cents, buyer 131. By 2, he says. Got an open one here. 50 cents here, I'm going to be 50, 50, 50, I'm going to be 50 here, and you got to be 50 cents here, I'm going to be 50, 50, 50, 50, you got to be 50, 50, 50. Thank you. Now 41. I'm going to be 41. 41 now. 42. I'm going to be 42. 2, 41, 42. 43. Now 44, 45. I'm gonna got to be 45, 45. Okay. Now 44 here. Now 47, 48, 49 here. 50. Got 50. Now 51 over here. Now 51, 52. Now 53. I'm gonna be 53, 33. Now 54. 56 up there. 57 over here. Now 58, 58, 58. Now 59, 59, 60 over here. City 1, 1, 1. City 2. City 2 here. City 3. Now City 4. City 5, 5, 5, City 6 your way, City 7 over here, now City 8, now City 9 here, City 9, City 9, City 8, City 9, City 9, you want to be 69, 69, now 70 here, 69, 70, now 71 over here, now 71, 72, 71, 72, 22, 73 over here, 72, 73, 72, 72 your way, now 73, now 74 here, 74, 4, now 75, 74, 75, 74, 75, 74, 45, 74, now 5, 5, 5, 74, 74, all done, 75, now 76 over here, 76, 77 over here, now 76, all done, 76, buyer 131 by 2. Here we go, one of them white parks, 5 months bred. Pretty sure it's bred back to a white park bull. Yeah. I got it all figured out. If you can afford to feed it, you're going to have quite a deal when she calves out. Here we go. What do you want with this one here? What are you going to go here? 60 cents here. I'm going to be city, city, city. I'm going to be city here in the city. City, city, city. I'm going to be city, city, city. Got to be 60 cents here. 50, 6. Right there. Now city 1. I'm going to be city 1 here. City 2. City 2 here. Now city 2. Gary, you want to be 62. 61 here. Now city 2. City 1. City 2. City 1 here. City 2. City 2. City 3. 63 here. Now city 4. City 4. Now city 5. 5. 5. City 6 over here. City 7 here. City 7. City 8. City 8. Now city 9. City 9 over here. 79, 70 over here, and 71. Now 72 here, 73 over here, and 73, 74 over here, and 75. Now 76 here, 77 over here, 77, 78 over here, 78, 77, now 78. 77 here, 77 now, 78, 77, 78, 78 now, 79. 79 now, 80, I'm a bit 80, 80, 80, now 81 over here, now 81 over here, 81, 82 over here, now 82, 22, now 83 over here, now 84. Now 85, 85, 85, 86 over here, 86, 85, 86, 86, 87. Over here, 87, 88 over here, 88 your way, Gary, 88 over here, gotta be 88. 87 right there, 88, 87 now. 87 here, 88, 87, 88, all in and all done. 87 on 131. 5 months bred. 70, I'm going to bid 70, 70, got to be 70 cents here. I'm going to bid 70, 70, 70, 70, 60. I'm going to bid city here, got 60. Now city 1. City 1, 1, 1, city, no city 1 over here, no city 1 right there, city 2. City 2 here, city 2, city 3, city 4, city 4, city 4, city 4, now city 5. Now city 6 here, now city 7, city 8 over here, city 8, city 8 your way, city 8 over here, city 8. 69 up there, now 70 here, 70 over here, 70, now 71 over here, 71, 72, 72, 22, 71, 72, 72 down here, 72, now 73 up there, now 74 right here, 74, 4, 4, you're going to be 74. Now 75 down here, 75, 5, 5, 75 right there. Now 76. Here, 77, 77 your way. Now 78, 78 here, 77, 78, 99, 79 now, 80 over here, 79 up there. Now 80 down here. Jim, you want to be 80, 80, 80, got to be 80 over here, 80 now, 81 over here, 81. Now 82, 82, got to be 82, 82, 83 over here, 83, 83 now, 84, 84 here, 83, 84, 85, 55, 85, 86 down here, 87, got to be 87 over here now, 88, 88, 87, 88, 88, 87, 88. Jim, you're out, 87, 88. Now 87. 89 here to 90. 89 here, 90. Got to be 90, Jim. 89 to 90 over here. No, 89, 90, 89 to 90, 90, 90. Thank you. Now 91. Now, but 91, 1, 1, 90. Now 91, 90 here. Now, but 91, 1, 1. All in and all done. You bought her, Jim. 460. Buyer 460. Thank you. Open cow. 40 cents here. I'm going to bid 40, 40, 40 right there. And a 41. I'm going to bid 41, 1, 1, 40. 41 where? I'm going to bid 41, 1, 1, 40 here. And a 41, 40. Bid 42, 2, 2. Now 43. 43 here. 44 and a 45. I'm going to bid 45, 40. Now 47. 47 here. 48. I'm going to bid 48, 49 over here. 49, 50 over here. 50, 50, 50, 49, 50. 49 right there. Now 50. I'm going to be 49, 50. Got to be 50, 50, 50, 49, 50, 49, 50. 49 here. 50 where? I'm going to be 49. Now 51. I'm 51, 52, over 52, 53, here, 53, 54, over 54, 55, 55, 55, 56. 57 over here, now 58, now 59 over here, 59, 99, now 60 here, 81, 11, 81, 82. 2 here, 83 over here, 84, 84, 83, 84, 63 here, 84, 44, 83, 84, all in all done. 83, buyer 131 by 2. Here's another chance of one of those white part 5 months bred. $60, I'm going to bet 60 cents here, right there in the city one. I'm going to bet city 1, city here, city 1. Here, city 1, city 1, city 2. City 2 here, I'm going to assume he's going to do 62. Now city 3, city 4, city 4, I'm going to bet city 4, 4, 4, city 4. Now 5, city 6 your way, city 5, city 6. You want to be 66 up there? Now city 7, Gary, city 8, city 8, now city 9. 69 here, now 70 here, 70, you got to be 76. 71 over here, 71. Now 72, 73 your way, 73, 73, and a 74 here, and a 74. 73, 74, or 74. I'm going to bet 74 and a 75. 76 here, 76 over here, 75, 76. 75 here, 76. Anybody else want to get in on this? 76, 75, 76. All in and all done. Your way, Gary. What's Gary's number? 105. 105. What do we got here? A little open brockle face. 85 cents. I'm going to bet 85, 55, 85. I'm going to bet 85 here. No, 85, 75. I'm going to bet 75 right there. Now 76, 75, 76. Where is 75, 76, 75? Now 76 right there. Now 77 here. 78, 78 over here. 79, 79, 79, 78, 79. 80 over here. 80. Now 81 over here. Now 81 over here. You got to be 81, 82. 82 here. And 83 over here. 83, now 84 over here, 84, now 85. 85 here, 86 up there, and 87 over here, 87, 87, 87, 88 over here, 88, 90. 89 here, and 90 over here, 90, 91, number 91, 11, 92. 92 here, 93 over here, 94, 94, 95 here, 96 over here, 97, number 97, 77, and 98 over here, 98, and 99. 99. I'm gonna bet $1 here, and 101, 102, 22, 102, 103, 103 here, 104, 104, 104, 105, 55, 104, 105, 106, 107 over here, 108 over here, no 108, 88, 107, 108, 107 here, 108 where, 107, 108, 107, 108, got you, 107, 108 over here, no 107, 108, all done, 107, 131 by, keep it on the twos, straight, 130. Okay, here we got a Dutch bull, 2 years old, he's a good breeding bull. He'll go right to work. Come right off a dairy farm out. He's a good breeder. Though. Be the last one today. 85 cents. I'm gonna bet 85, 55, 85, 85. You got to be 85 cents here. Nice 2-year-old bull here. Take him home. Put him to work. 85 cents. 75. I'm gonna bet a 75 here. And a 75. I'm gonna bet a 75. 5. I'm gonna bet 75 here. 60 cents. I'm gonna bet city. Got to be 50 cents here. City. 50 cents. I'm gonna bet 50. Got to be 50 cents here. And a 50. 50 cents where? 50 cents here. And I'm gonna bet 50. That's the deal. 40. I'm gonna bet 40 right there. Now 42. I'm gonna bet 42. 2, 41, 42 here. 42. Now 43 over here. Now 43. 44. I'm gonna bet 44. You got somebody else? 45, 46 your way, 47, 47, I'm going to bet 47, 77, 46 your way, 47 your way, 47 over here, 46, 47, 46 here, now 47, 48, 48, 49, 50, 50, now 51, 52. You guys are sitting right next to each other. 52, now 53, I'm going to bet 53, 33, 52, 50. I got 000 at 52, looking for 53, 52, 53 right there, 54 over here, now 54, 44. Minna, you want to be 54? Okay, 53 now. I'm going to bet 54, 44, 53, 54 where? 53, I'm going to bet 54, 44, 53, 54, 53, 54, 44, 53, 54, all in and all done. Bargain of the day right there, 53 cents, 203. No feeder sale next month. Back at it in February. Thanks everybody for coming in, and Merry Christmas. Drive safe if it's still snowing out there, I don't know.